Okay, folks, so this is the orientation for COMSC 122. The most important thing to know is this URL up here, samsclass.info. That's where all my classes start. So you go there, and then you click the name of your course, which is COMSC 122, and that gets you to the main course page that has all the resources you need for the course. This is the free online textbook, and it is not just a textbook you can read, it's an interactive Google Colab where you can run the code and modify the code as you work through it. So this is the only time we'll meet on Tuesday. After this, I have help sessions available Wednesday and Thursday evening and Saturday in the morning, as listed here. And you'll be able to connect to them on Twitch if you have any questions. Now, when I did this before, what happened was I taught this class in the summer with a full class, and nobody ever came for the help sessions. So feel free to come, but my impression is that this class is easy for most of you and you don't need help. Maybe you already know Python. I'm not really sure why that happened. But anyway, so this is going to just be basic Python programming. And here's the grade system here. You have to have this certain number of points to get a grade, 630 for an A and so on. And there's a lot of points available. Now, the first thing, okay, so there's quizzes in Canvas. You work through the chapters, and I have videos here if you want where I demonstrate how to do it. And then there's a quiz at the end of each chapter in Canvas. You get 2 chances, and it's open book. And you can get some points for taking those quizzes. But most of the points you're going to get by doing programming. And what we're going to use is this site called Code and Game. Code and Game, you create an account there, and you'll have this sort of gamified environment to write code in. And you just have to solve these little puzzles that involve moving little things around and shooting at things on games to practice Python things like loops and printing and such. And you'll end up with some accomplishments. Choose a nickname, and you will end up with some points. You'll see, like, you end up with a profile like this, and over here it shows your achievements. I had 13 bronze, 1 silver, and nothing else at the time when I took this. And the way it works, the bronzes were 10 points, the silver were 20, the gold and legend are worth more. So those points add up. And what you do is you turn in that screenshot showing how many of those accomplishments you have at 2 points during the class. The timeline is here. See, there's a quiz due every week. In fact, I expected you to maybe do the first quiz today. I'm not enforcing these deadlines, though. If you're late on these quizzes, it's okay. But please be sure and turn in your coding game by October 12th so I know you're making progress. I'm going to try and contact and remind anybody that isn't turned in something by then. You don't have to have all of them done, but you have to have some of them done so I know you're making some progress. And then at the end of the class, you turn in coding game again. I'll put it in the schedule here. I see it's not there, but it should be there. And then I see your final points in the same coding game place in Canvas. So that's really it. All you have to do is read the book, take quizzes, and do that coding game. And coding game, you can get a lot of points. You can get far more than enough to get an A. So you could, if you like, ignore some of the quizzes and replace it with coding games. There's also a final exam, but you don't have to take it. If you do enough coding game projects to get over 630, then you'll get an A without taking the final exam. So let me just bring up the Canvas so you can see what it looks like. Here's the Canvas for these classes. And you'll see the only thing in Canvas is quizzes. There's quizzes due every week. They're here in the final exam here. It'll be available. And the CTF is just where I put in your coding game points. Or no, the coding game goes here. The CTF is just for a couple of extra credit projects, which I'll explain in a minute. And you might earn extra credit, but actually in this class, I'm not sure you will earn any extra credit because I'm not going to have any interactive lectures in Kahoots. All I have is videos because nobody was showing up for the lectures either when I did it. So I automated everything. The last thing I want to show you is the extra credit projects, which are down here below the schedule on the class webpage. You can make a AI agent to do work for you. And I highly recommend doing this. If you do that, just enter the flags you'll find up here to record your scores. And the reason I think you should do this is probably more important than any of the class content, is getting used to using AI agents. because this is what all the employers we talk to say. They want to hire people who know how to automate things using AI agents. That's a really highly demanded skill now. So you should all have an AI agent. You should be using it for whatever you do. I use mine to write code, scan my emails, send emails to students, to take the projects from the scoreboard and put them in Canvas, to update dates on quizzes in Canvas, and all kinds of things. And learning how to train an AI to do those things and how to control an AI and deal with the fact that they're very unreliable and stupid and they make a lot of mistakes is a very valuable skill. So you should all be practicing. Anyway, that's worth extra credit if you do it. And I think that's it. I'm going to stop recording and just see if there are any questions. Let me find the stop button. Zoom keeps hiding things.